Hello all, welcome to Cloud channel. So that today I'm discussing one of the major topic, one of the very important topic. It's a Oracle multi-tenant architecture. In it's a naming convention is multi-tenant, but generally we will call as CDB and PDB concept. So today I'm covering all these topics. So like that, when was it was introduced, and it is mandatory to use or not, and what is a multi-tenant architecture, and is there any big change or deviate to learn all the things from scratch. I will discuss about these things, and what are the benefits with the multi-tenant architecture. So that or whenever Oracle introducing the new topics or new concepts, so is there any improvement with the existing one? If they are introducing new feature means something will be there, right? So we will discuss this topic also today. Okay, find another major thing. Okay, if I'm changing my non-multi-tenant to multi-tenant, should I ask my application team to write the code from scratch, or they need to do some changes, or I will also cover this part. And another major topic, Oracle means Oracle database license is very costly. So that if I want to adopt the multi-tenant architecture, should I pay more or any additional purchasing required? I will also cover in this topic everything. So that first of all, the main thing, Oracle multi-tenant architecture introduced in the 12c onwards. 12c, let's say that 4 5 6 years back, 12c release 1 released. So from that onwards the container database concept came. So that from and this, all the people most of the people who are using the 12c or 19c databases, most of the databases are they are using by non-multi-tenant architecture. So but Oracle decided, so because of the multi-tenant architecture is one of the successful architecture, means that there is no such bugs like in the 12c. Whenever Oracle was introduced 12c release 1, there are plenty of the bugs. So that Oracle sorted out everything. Now it is much stable. It's like a non-multi-tenant without bugs. However, it is working really as expected, because I'm personally using in my organization. So that as per experience, I'm saying that multi-tenant architecture is one of the greatest architecture. But there is a change. From 21c onwards, only multi-tenant architecture will support. If you are a customer, okay, still I want non-multi-tenant architecture, that is not possible. That will not cover under the Oracle support policy. You should convert your non-multi-tenant databases to the pluggable database. Okay, these topics are clear, right? So 12c release 1 onwards introduced, and 21c onwards, uh, it is mandatory use. So that who are the finally upgrading to 19c, they can use still both, and 12c1 19c they can use both. 20c is skipped due to the corona pandemic. 20c is completely skipped. So that Oracle recently released just 2 months back for the on-premises version. For the cloud it was released almost 1 year back, and 21c will supported by only multi-tenant architecture. This is clear. Now I will talk about what is a multi-tenant architecture. So that I created a image in the paint, so that you will clearly see that what is the, just say, whenever we are, as a DBA, whenever you are login to server, if anybody asking the question, or if you want to connect the database, generally we will do what, PSF and grep pmon or smon. So that it is one of the mandatory background processes. So it is a, if it is a showing that database up and running, we can come to know. So that is something tricky here. In the multi-tenant architecture you will not come to know that. Still you will come to know that, but I will tell you what is the differences here. So that let's say that you have one instance in the non-multi-tenant, one database, means that control file, reader log file, and respective data files are single database. So that let's say that if you have 100 databases, so that the 100 setup background process will be there for the 100 databases, separate background process. I'm talking about, let's say if you have 10 databases, 10 DB writers will be there, 10 log writers will be there, 10 checkpoint, so on, all the background process will be repetitive. Let's say that if you have a hardware of the huge hardware, let's say that if you want to host all your main applications on the main database on that server, let's say in a single server, if you install 4 non-multi-tenant databases, so that 4 background process will be there, 4 instances will be there, separate CRD files will be there. So this is the, as we know, everybody knows that. But if you adopt the multi-tenant architecture, you will get the great flexibility. Like how now? Let's say that let's say think that you have the earlier four databases in a same server, so that four repetitive background process and one is one four SGS will be there. But in the multi-tenant architecture, one instance, multiple pluggable databases. Each PDB will act as a database, and all are supported by single set of background process. Let's say that if you want to if you want here, there is no redundant, let's say that no wastage of memory or something is not there. Instead of wasting, let's say that each background process, let's say that occupying 5 MB of RAM, like 5 MB of memory. Let's say if you have 10 database in a same server, 10 into 5, let's say 50 MB will occupying only for the one of the background process. So all these are saved and you can utilize more in that SGA. So this is a completely consolidation part, because one instance is doing the much more work for you. So moreover, the only difference is that only single control file for all the pluggable, all the whole the CDB, and only the number of radio log groups whatever you can configure, those are common for the all. But PD, whenever you are coming to the PDB part, you can treat as a this is a separate database. So that system, sysax, undo, temp, you can create in a specific PDB. So that each PDB you can act as a separate database, and this is the things. So this is completely, you can call it as application separation. Let's say that let's say I have application 1, application 2. Application 1 will connect to the PDB 1, application 2 connect to the PDB 2. So that these two instances are these two databases, the pluggable database served by only one single instance. Let's say that up to 4096 pluggable databases you can create in a container database. Let's say that in your organization is capable to do that. Let's say if you have a server that is capable to do 100 databases, let's say that if you have 100 database in the non CDB architecture, let's say in a server, let's say you have 100 databases with 100 instances, you can completely consolidate these 100 databases into database, single instances with multiple pluggable database. This is a much more advantage. Okay, this is the basic things. I will show you one more picture on this with you. You can come to know the how the things will work. So this is the basic multi-tenant architecture. Let's say that there is a container database. Container is the like a CDB dollar root, as you seen here. CDB dollar root, earlier you show some image, 1 second. Yeah, here there is a CDB dollar root. In the CDB dollar root, there is a system file like a system sysax undo will be there. So on top of CDB, there are the multiple pluggable databases will be there. This is the root. CDB means container database. There is a root, CDB dollar root, and each pluggable database will act as a database. Let's say that what is the advantages now? You can unplug from here, like a whenever you put the pen drive like this, you can copy the data. When you unplug, you can move to the some other system. You can plug over there. It's a matter of the unplug and plug. It's very easy. You can move the other servers very easily. So many advantages. So I will show you one more thing. What is the advantages you are getting? Let's say that see here showing that if you have 100 databases, if you take the backup of CDB dollar root, 100 PDBs backup will complete. This is completely One with one command you can take the 100 database backup, but you might ask that restoration part, right? I will talk about later. Restoration also, single pluggable database restoration is possible. That is another advantage. And moreover, let's say that most of the DBs are spending the time on the, let's say if you have 100 servers, so that I'm opening one of the Oracle official document. Let's say that this is that uh, I taken from the one of the Oracle the white paper. So if this is designed for cloud, so that you don't need to worry about, it's meant for on premises also. It's not only for the cloud. Okay. Next, the advantages. See, that advantage is that isolation and agility. Agility. The meaning of the agility means the whenever you need it, the dynamically you can grow that. The meaning of the agility means you can respond very quickly. Okay. The this is the one of the cloud word. The agility. The meaning is with the economy of scales. This is a completely cloud words, economy of the scales. Generally, these words used by the sales people. So that self-contained means in this topic, whatever I said right earlier, if you have that, let's say here three PDBs, right? Here supported by three different applications with the same one database. It's a call of one CDB with multiple pluggable databases. So common operations performed are, let's see, if you want to change some parameter, uh, you can change in the some PDB level parameters. Some of them are not possible to change at PDB level. Those are controlled by CDB level. And if it is possible to take the backup at single PDB level or whole CDB level, you can also take. That is one of the thing. So next thing, isolation. You might think that if the let's say one of the this is one of the different department using this is the database. This is one of the another department are using in this PDB. You might think that other group people might access your data, but that is not true. That is not possible. This is completely isolation. They cannot connect your PDB without proper permissions, without like a sysdb or those, without those permission they cannot able to connect. See that you can enable the DB vault at a PDB level also, it is possible. And so many things, whatever fine. If you are getting this, what is the anyway, get what you pay for, avoid noise and this is completely cloud topics. I'm not covering in this topic. So that from the security perspective, multiple, there is a everything is there. Let's say that if the there is a your data seated in the, let's say PDB3. So whose users who are in the PDB2, they can not able to see the data without any proper permissions. This is clear. I want to tell you this is much more, because if you adapt in something, if you have some doubts, it's not like that. The moreover thing here, it's already covered enterprise consolidation with the one CDB. You can patch all that servers in a single shot, right? If you want to upgrade, if you upgrade the CDB dollar root, all the pluggable database also will upgrade within that container. So you can create a master clone, master copy, clone copy. All things are possible. It's not about everything. So that the much more topics, so that I covered what is the multi-tenant architecture. It's not only that. I will show you something like what, one second, I'm just Oracle multi-tenant. uh, what is the inside of that, what are the advantages you are getting? I really want to show you that. Okay, I'm opening this, everything live. I'm not just prepared or anything. Okay. Hey, see that this is the thing. CDB means container database. The full form of the CDB is container database. So that within the container database there is a CDB dollar root. This is the CDB dollar root. We can call it root, PDB or root, whatever it is. this is the root. Within a root there are the database. Root also will have the functionality like a maintaining the common users or changing the privileges. Everything will stored on the root. And within a root you will have the multiple pluggable database. Whenever you created the empty cdb, you will get by default with the cd pdb dollar seed. pdb dollar seed is a if you want to create another pdb from the seed, it will take and it will create pdb dollar seed. That you can call it, this is a seed database. It is always in read only mode, except few times. I will tell you about those are in the future coming series of the videos. But mm, right now you can consider this is a read only database. Whenever you create a new brand new pdb from the pdb dollar seed, it will create. So it is always in read only mode. So under the pluggable database, all are having the sharing of the control files and Redula groups, but each pdb will have the separate data files, like a table spaces are separate, system sysocs, everything will be separate. So that here that so that the multi-tenant, you will just having the basics of the multi-tenant architecture, like a one with a single set of background process, multiple pluggable databases we can run. As you shown this image, like uh, each pluggable database will have system sysocs undo temp, whatever, like a non cdb databases. So with this is a consolidation, you will get the main things what I left. The multi-tenant architecture, uh, the same commands will work, there is nothing to change. So this is completed. Is there any big thing db need to learn from scratch? Obviously no, because just normal changes. If you concentrate 1 or 2 days, you will get. What is the benefits of a, multi-tenant architecture? You already come to know, right, these topics, like if you have 100 databases, managing the 100 databases is very complex, because those are hosted on the separate servers, or within a server also you might create multiple servers. So that the main thing you will get is consolidation and maintenance. Because if you patch one oracle home, all the pluggable database in that oracle home will be very easy maintenance, very easy, I can say that. Maintenance under welcome, backup, recovery, everything, backup, recovery, patching, everything, backup and recovery, patching and upgrade. If you upgrade the cdb route, all the pluggable database will upgrade on that. So next topic, application changes need to do. Completely no, I can say big no here. Why big no? Because you no need to do anything. You just need to bring the cdb, bring the non cdb and plug into the pdb. Any additional required to use multi-tenant architecture? Obviously yes, I can say. But oracle also given some discount here for us. Like if you want to use more than 3 3 pdbs in a cdb, you need to license. If you use up to 3 pdbs in a cdb, it's free. It's free. So oracle given some discount here. So that's all about in this series. Next video I will cover about what are the things are changed there. Yes, obviously there are things like a common users, local users, how to take the backup, how to create the restore points, everything I will cover one by one. So please subscribe the channel, you will receive the continuous updates about oracle database. Thank you all.